From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Thursday, November 9th, 2017. Silver is trading at $17.06 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,281 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 2.6 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $7,411. Antiwar.com reports officials say that hundreds of additional U.S. troops are to be deployed to Afghanistan early next year, and then, when that deployment is finished, the U.S. may have roughly 16,000 troops in the nation, a substantial escalation since President Trump announced a buildup in August. Exact figures are tough to come by, of course. It is believed that the U.S. has sent about 3,800 troops to Afghanistan since the announced buildup, but Trump's interest in keeping troop levels secret has meant specifics are not released to the media, something that has always been the case in the war's first 15 years. Even then, though, the official figures were often lies, as President Trump announced the escalation at a time when the Pentagon said there were about 8,448 troops in Afghanistan, but officials later admitted that they thought the real figure was closer to 11 or 12,000. At this point, it's not wholly certain even the Pentagon keeps track of exact figures. The new hundreds more troops are being described by officials as trainers, though it's not clear that's what they're actually doing, as officially almost all U.S. troops deployed overseas are referred to as training forces on advisory missions.
Born into a devastating world and raised among the crowd, the Cloudwalker assumes a new identity and begins the unrelenting quest for truth. In this epic journey, he discovers dark secrets about aspects of his previous life that he once trusted. Through the journal of the Cloudwalker, he shares both the traumatic hardships and the eternal beauties of his experiences. Dear Society by the Cloudwalker is available from Amazon.com and all major bookstores.
UPI reports the U.S. Senate's Commerce Committee sought answers from Equifax and Yahoo executives on Wednesday over the company's massive data breaches earlier this year. Those interviewed by the committee included interim Equifax CEO Paulino de Rogo Barros Jr., former Equifax chief Richard Smith, and former Yahoo CEO Marissa Mayer. They answered questions about the Equifax breach in September and Yahoo's in March. Other witnesses included Verizon Chief Privacy Officer Karen Zachariah and Entrust Data Card President Todd Wilkinson. Equifax revealed that hackers had gained access to sensitive information of 143 million U.S. consumers. 6 months earlier, Yahoo was targeted for the second time in 4 years in an attack that compromised more than 3 billion email accounts. Barros apologized and Meyer blamed Russian influence for the cyber attacks against Yahoo. Lawmakers said rigorous security rules are needed to counter the hacks and that companies need extreme limits to protect customer privacy. Barros mentioned that Equifax is working on an application that would let consumers lock and unlock personal credit data. He said the app is in development and may be released in January.
For over 40 years, Robertson Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. And as a Bitcoin-preferred business, Robertson Roberts Brokerage has removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Robertson Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co.
Reuters reports Democrats claimed historic gains in Virginia's statehouse and booted Republicans from state and local office across the United States on Tuesday in the party's first big wave of victories since Republican Donald Trump won the White House a year ago. From coast to coast, Democratic victories showed grassroots resistance to Trump rallying the party's base, while independent and conservative voters appeared frustrated with the unpopular Republican leadership in Washington. Democrats won this year's race for governor in both Virginia and New Jersey, but successes in legislative and local races nationwide may have revealed more about where the party stands a year into Trump's administration. With several races still officially too close to call, Democrats were close to flipping or splitting control of the Virginia House of Delegates, erasing a 2-to-1 Republican majority. In New Jersey, a Democratic presidential stronghold, voters replaced a 2-term Republican governor with a Democrat and increased the party's majorities in the state legislature. Democrats notched additional wins in a Washington state special election Senate race, and in Republican-controlled Georgia, Democrats picked up 3 seats in special state legislative elections. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.